Hello, my loves. Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to do an intermediate level Vinyasa flow. So continual movement, building strength, and just processing and releasing energy on our mats today. So just a reminder to take any modifications as needed during the chaturangas. You can always drop the knees, do knees, chest, chin variation. You can always pause in downward facing dog. So just really listening to your body, modifying, resting, or challenging yourself when needed. And we'll begin, as always, in a comfortable seated position. So spine is tall, crown of the head reaching toward the sky. We'll drop the shoulders from the ears and gently close the eyes. Just taking a moment to arrive on our mat today. Body, mind, and heart. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and release with an audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. And release with a sigh. And just returning the breath to a normal, natural, steady pace, allowing it to flow in and out through the nose. And before we begin, just taking a moment to set a personal intention for practice today. So as we move and flow, perhaps it's thinking of something that you want to release from the body, from the mind, or from the heart, perhaps something you want to call in. So just setting an intention for how you want to use your activated energy throughout your practice to support you on your journey of growth. And we'll gently open the eyes, starting in cat-cow today. So wrists are directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to inhale, tilting tailbone up to the sky. We'll drop the shoulders from the ears and look up. On the exhale, gently rounding through the spine, tucking chin into chest. Again, inhale, coming forward, cow pose. On the exhale, gently rounding through the spine, tucking chin into chest, cat pose. Option to continue here or add Chakravakasana flow. Inhaling to come forward. On the exhale, we round through the spine, sit down over the heels, drop the elbows. Inhale, coming through center. So again, on the exhale, we round through the spine, shift the weight back, drop forearms and elbows, inhale to come through. So closing the eyes, taking whichever variation works for you today at the pace of your own breath. Bringing the awareness within by closing the eyes, making it a moving meditation. Two more full rounds at the pace of your own breath, wherever you're at. And then pausing at the center. And just focusing on activating the abdominals. We're going to go into alternating sunbird flow. On the inhale, reaching right arm and left leg, really reaching, pointing through the fingertips, pressing through the back of the foot. On the exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, switching sides. Exhale, coming through center. Again, inhale, switching sides. Exhale to lower. Inhale to reach and extend. Exhale to lower. So just taking a few more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Option to close the eyes to really feel into the body, or just keep your gaze steady as we alternate in sunbird flow. Inhaling as we reach, exhale as we lower. So just noticing the expansion on the inhales, the contraction on the exhales. Two more each side, wherever you're at. And pausing at center. From here, keeping the hips lifted above the knees, we're going to walk the hands forward. Forehead comes down to the mat as we shift the hips back over the heels, just for a gentle puppy dog stretch here. Getting a stretch through and opening through the chest, the shoulders, and all the way down the spine. And take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, pressing up into downward facing dog. So hands are about shoulder width apart, feet are hip width distance apart. We press the chest through the shoulders, lower the heels down to the ground. Gently tuck the chin in toward the chest to release the back of the neck. We're going to pause here for a moment before beginning any movement. So just really setting the foundation and strength in the pose. On the inhale, we're going to come up onto the toes. On the exhale, deeply bending the knees toward the mat. Inhale, straightening the legs. On the exhale, lowering heels. Again, inhale, coming onto toes. On the exhale, dropping knees to the mat. Inhale to straighten the legs. On the exhale, lowering the heels. 2 more times. Starting to work the backs of the legs and activate the abdominals. On this last one, we straighten and we lower heels. From here, we're going to inhale, rounding forward, coming onto the toes, plank pose. On the exhale, shifting back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, coming forward, we pause and plank. On the exhale, we shift the weight back. This time going into chaturanga, inhale forward. On the exhale, we bend at the elbows, lowering chest to the mat. Inhale, coming into upward facing dog. On the exhale, we shift back, downward facing dog. 2 more times, again, modifying as needed by dropping knees. Inhale to come forward. On the exhale, we lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. 1 more round here. Inhale, coming forward. On the exhale, we lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. On the inhale, stepping to the top of the mat, halfway. On the exhale, we fold, and we're going to pause here in a forward fold. So first, just releasing the arms toward the mat, tucking chin into chest to release the back of the neck, and just allowing gravity to pull you down. From here, option to inhale, bringing hands to the elbows, and then just gently sway the torso from side to side. And then gently finding stillness in the center, pausing here for a breath. We'll gently bend the knees, release the arms, slowly coming up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhaling, hands meet at the top. On the exhale, bringing hands back to the chest. On the inhale, we'll rise, reaching up. On the exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway. On the exhale, taking a seat, chair pose. So we're going, feet are about hip width distance apart. We sit the hips down, spine is in neutral, arms reach toward the ears. Always an option to bring them to the heart. Pausing here, building that strength, setting that foundation. We're going to gently bring the arms back, really activating through the muscles or the arms, the triceps, and reaching with the fingertips. On the inhale, we're going to stand up, reach up. On the exhale, taking a seat, arms float back. Again, inhale, we reach. On the exhale, we take a seat. 2 more times, inhale to reach. Exhale. Last one here, inhale to reach. On the exhale, taking a seat. From here, we'll inhale the hands to the heart. And pausing here, we'll inhale at center. On the exhale, twisting to the right. So left elbow meets the knee. We press, looking up toward the sky. Pausing here in a chair twist. Then from here, we're going to send the left leg back. So we're in crescent lunge, twist. Taking a breath here. On the exhale, coming through crescent lunge. So there's a deep bend in that front knee. Hips and feet are squared forward. Arms reach up toward the sky. On the inhale, we're going to straighten the leg, reaching up and reach. Exhale, deeply bend. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one here. Inhale to straighten. On the exhale, bending into crescent lunge. Pausing here for a breath. And then we're going to press off the back foot. Arms can float back on the inhale. We're going to reach up into marching pose. So pressing off the back toes, we're going to inhale, lifting left knee to the sky, arms to the sky. Foot is flexed. Pausing here. Deep inhale here as we balance on the exhale. Bringing the ankle to the thigh. We're going to take a seat. Hands come down to the heart. And we get a deep stretch through the outside of the hip as we pause here. So continuing to breathe as we hold. On the inhale, lifting back up, marching pose. On the exhale, shifting into warrior three. So we send the leg back. Arms can also go back or forward. And just playing with your balance today, building that internal strength. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, lifting back up, marching pose. From here, sending left leg back, crescent lunge. Inhaling at center. On the exhale, hands come down to the heart. We inhale here. On the exhale, we twist. And take a deep breath in. From here, pressing off the back toes, the left leg comes up to meet, chair twist. We'll inhale through center. On the exhale, going to the other side. This time, right elbow presses into knee, and we look up toward the sky. Pausing here for a breath in chair twist. Exhale, sending the right leg back. So finding crescent lunge twist. Taking a deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming up, crescent lunge. So again, deep bend in the front knee. Hips and feet squared forward, arms reach up to the sky, shoulders drop from the ears. On the inhale, straightening that front leg, reaching up. On the exhale, bending into crescent lunge. Again, inhale to straighten and reach. Exhale, we bend. 2 more times. Pausing in crescent lunge. Taking a breath here. And then again, option to float the arms back, and we're going to go into the marching pose variation. So pressing off the back feet, we're going to inhale, lifting right knee to the sky. Foot is flexed, arms are reaching. Taking a cycle of breath here. On the exhale, the right ankle comes to the left thigh, and we take a seat. Hands come to the heart. So balancing pose here. Focusing, gazing, and just finding a sense of play and just accepting and loving where you're at in this moment. So if you're having trouble balancing today, that's totally fine. On the inhale, reaching back up, marching pose. On the exhale, shifting back, warrior three. So hips are squared to the ground, back foot is flexed. Arms can go forward to the chest or backward. Just finding that balance, finding your gaze. And continuing to breathe. On the inhale, lifting knee up, marching pose. On the exhale, sending leg back, crescent lunge. Deep inhale here at center. On the exhale, hands come down to the heart. And closing out this sequence, we'll inhale at center. On the exhale, we twist. Pressing elbow into knee, looking over the shoulder. Taking a deep breath in here. On the exhale, pressing off the back toes, right foot comes forward, meeting the left, chair twist. We'll inhale, coming through center. On the exhale, straightening legs, diving forward. Inhale, halfway, flat back. On the exhale, we fold, planting the hands, stepping legs back. Flow, pause, or rest, meeting in downward dog. So pausing here in stillness. So really setting the foundation, treating this as its own foundational pose versus a transition. Just reconnecting to the power of the breath and that intention that you set in the beginning of practice. Where do you want to put this energy today? On the inhale, lifting the right leg high. On the exhale, bringing knee to nose. Inhale, sending the leg back. On the exhale, landing, warrior one. It's a deep bend in the front knee. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. We'll inhale, coming through center, dropping the shoulders from the ears, looking up to the sky. Pausing here for a moment. On the inhale, hands are going to come behind. We open up the chest. On the exhale, diving forward. Inhale, releasing the arms straight toward the ground. Fingertips graze the earth as we come up through center. Exhale, warrior one. Again, inhale, we open the chest, clasp the fingers. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale to release the arms coming through center. Exhale, warrior one. 2 more times. Last one. And pausing here for a moment. From here, we're going to pivot the back toes so that they're facing forward. Press off the back foot and land the hands in front for a standing split. So back foot is straight, hips are squared to the ground, and the back foot is flexed as if you're pressing up against a wall. We're going to pause here in standing split. And then as an option, pausing here or adding in Shakti squats. On the inhale, we're going to come forward, bending both knees. On the exhale, straightening out through the legs. Again, inhale, bending the knees, coming forward into a squat. Exhale to straighten. Last one here, inhale forward, pausing here in the squat. So building that strength, building that fire, and cultivating that courage and the power from within. On the inhale, straightening, holding here in standing splits. On your next exhale, we shift back and lift, warrior one. Taking a deep breath in here. On the exhale, hands frame the foot. We send the leg back, flow, pause, or rest between the sides. Meeting in downward dog. Again, taking a pause here, reconnecting to that breath and to that intention. And then using this energy that you're creating from within to support you on your journey of growth. On the inhale, lifting the left leg high. On the exhale, bringing knee into the nose. Inhale to send it back. On the exhale, we land warrior one on the other side. So there's that deep bend in the front knee. Back foot's at 45. We'll reach forward with the right arm and the left arm coming through center, dropping the shoulders from the ears. So making sure that the weight is balanced between the feet. And just taking a momentary pause to really tap into the power of the warrior. And then beginning our flow. On the inhale, hands come back, fingers clasp, we open up the chest. On the exhale, we dive forward. Inhale, grazing fingertips on the earth to come through center. Exhale, warrior one. Again, inhale, hands come back. Exhale as we dive forward. Inhale, releasing arms, we graze the floor. Exhale, warrior one. 2 more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Last one. And pausing here, warrior one. From here, going into standing splits. We're going to pivot the back toes so that everything's facing forward. Press off the back toes, landing onto the fingertips. The lifted leg is straight. Glutes are activated as we press the foot up against an imaginary wall. So pausing here, finding strength in the pose first, and then option to add those Shakti squats. On the inhale, we bend both knees, bring forward. Exhale to release. Last one here, inhale forward. Pausing here, continuing to breathe as we hold. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, we release, pausing and standing splits. Another breath in, and then on the exhale, floating back, warrior one. We inhale at center. On the exhale, hands frame the foot. We send the leg back. Flow, pause, or rest, meeting in a child's pose. So separating the knees, heels come together. We shift the weight back over the heels. Arms release and forehead comes down to the mat. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and release with an audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. And we release with a sigh. This releasing control of the breath, taking this time to tap into that energy within. On the inhale, slowly coming back up, downward facing dog. With the inhale, we'll lift the right leg high. On the exhale, bringing knee to the nose. Inhale, sending leg back. On the exhale, landing warrior two. So coming up through center, deep bend in that front knee. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. We inhale, lifting the arms and finding our warrior two. So dropping the shoulders from the ears. Again, tapping into the strength of the warrior. We'll take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, reaching forward, elbow comes down to knee, side angle. We inhale, floating through center. On the exhale, flipping front palms, we reach exalted warrior. Inhale to float through center. From here, straightening the front leg, going into triangle pose. Exhale, reaching. Inhale, bending knee, coming through center, warrior two. One more round. We'll inhale at center. On the exhale, we reach, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale through center, warrior two. From here, straightening leg on the exhale, reaching forward, triangle pose. Inhale, bending knee, finding warrior two. On the exhale, twisting so that we're in a wide-legged stance. Hands come to the hips. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, gently diving forward, hands come to the floor. We release the head, tucking chin into the chest. So wide-legged forward fold. On the inhale, walking hands all the way to the right-hand side. And then just checking in with yourself. And if it's in your practice, we're going to deeply bend, coming into a half squat. Opposite toes point up toward the sky. And fingertips can tent into the earth just to support you here. To further challenge yourself on the inhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart. And then option to release. Just challenging your balance today. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands frame the knee. We press back up, walking through center onto the other side. So again, checking in with the self and deeply bending the left knee, right toes point up toward the sky. Pausing here for a breath. And an option to come, bringing hands to the heart, or option to release. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands frame the knee. We press back into a forward fold, coming through center. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, slightly bending the knees, hands come up to the thighs. We come up one vertebrae at a time, back to warrior two. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, hands wind down. We send the leg back. Flow, pause, or rest between the sides, meeting in downward dog. And going on to the other side. On the inhale, lifting left leg high. Exhale, bringing knee into the nose. Inhale, sending leg back. On the exhale, we land. Warrior two. So coming up through center. Deep bend in the front knee. Back foot is parallel. We inhale, reaching arms up, dropping the shoulders from the ears. Finding warrior two. Again, taking a moment to tap into the power and strength of the pose. Cultivating that courage from within. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, we reach, elbow comes down to knee, side angle. Inhale, floating warrior two. Exhale, exalted. Inhale, warrior two. We'll straighten the leg. Exhale, we reach triangle pose. Inhale, we bend the knee, floating back, warrior two. One more round. Exhale, reaching forward, side angle. Inhale, we float through center. Exhale, exalted. Inhale through center. Exhale, straightening the leg. We reach triangle pose. Inhale, coming through center. On the exhale, pivoting again to the side. This time we're going to take toes out, heels in, and just bend at the knees for a goddess pose variation. So hands are just behind the knees on the thighs. We'll inhale at center. On the exhale, we're going to dip the right shoulder, pressing the hand into the knee. We'll inhale, coming through center. On the exhale, switching sides. Inhale through center. We exhale to twist. Two more each side. Getting a gentle twist through the spine. After your final one, pausing in the center. We'll inhale here on the exhale, floating back, warrior two. Inhaling here on the exhale, hands come down, we send the leg back. Flow, pause, or rest. Again, meeting in child's pose. Pausing here, forehead comes down to the mat. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Releasing with a sigh. Another deep breath in through the nose. We release with a sigh. Gently walking through doing a pose before coming down onto our backs. So feet are planted into the earth, hands are behind the knees. We'll inhale here on the exhale, rounding through the spine. We lift the legs into the air. You can pause here or option to swing through the legs as we point the toes. And then option to release the arms. Just further activating the abdominals, bringing energy and blood flow to the area, tapping into our own personal power and our innate wisdom of our intuition. Pausing here, two more rounds of breath. On the exhale, coming forward, feet plant into the earth. We're just going to shift the seat forward, coming on to our backs. From here, gently tucking the shoulder blades underneath the body. Hands can plant into the earth. Feet are grounded into the earth, about hip-width distance apart. On the inhale, we lift the hips to the sky. On the exhale, we gently lower. Again, inhale, coming into bridge pose. On the exhale, we lower. Two more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, holding here on this last one. So just noticing which muscles are activated to hold your hips, lifting toward the sky. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, lower. We inhale the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. And then the next time the knees fall towards the right, allowing them to fall to the earth. Left arm releases behind, gaze follows the extended arm to end with a spinal twist. I'll invite you to gently close the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sending it all the way down the spine. And then exhale with a sigh. One more deep inhale through the nose. And we exhale with a sigh. Just a few more gentle, nourishing rounds of breath here as we slow the breath down and bring equilibrium and harmony back to the body. On the next inhale, knees float through center. On the exhale, allowing them to fall to the other side. This time, right arm extends, gaze follows that arm. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, sending it all the way down the spine. And exhale with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. And we exhale Again, releasing the breath, closing the eyes. Just taking a few gentle, nourishing breaths here. On the inhale, gently bringing knees back to center. We're going to release the legs onto the mat, pointing toes. We'll inhale, lifting arms above the head. Fingertips are stretched out as they meet the earth. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, sending it all the way down to the tips of the toes, and then we exhale with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And then gently bending the knees, pulling them into the chest, hands come behind the knees. We'll gently rock and roll up until we come back up to a comfortable seated position. Spine tall, crown of the head reaching toward the sky. We'll place the hands on the knees, palms facing down as a gesture of grounding. Drop the shoulders from the ears and gently close the eyes. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a smile. We'll inhale into and connect with the internal fire within. That strength, the courage, and the power that was created and cultivated within by connecting mind, body, and breath on our mats today. And then taking these final moments to set a personal intention for the rest of your day. How are you going to use this energy that you've created? Who will you share it with? What will you create? And how will you choose to show up? Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you all tomorrow for a gentle Yin yoga class. Have a beautiful rest of the day.